and welcome back to It Doesn't Have to Be Perfect, or welcome to It Doesn't Have to Be Perfect, a podcast where I talk about literally anything that's on my mind, and it's great. And oh my gosh, I have a bobby pin in my hair that I didn't realize I had. Oh, that's nice. I am all dolled up right now because today I'm meeting with a friend to we're going to take graduation pictures. And I decided not to do the whole formal graduation, like walking the line, getting the robe and everything, because I already did that for my undergrad and I just didn't feel like I was missing out if I didn't do it. Like, it just genuinely didn't feel like it was like a milestone thing that I had to share with my family or anything. I mean, obviously I'm sharing with them, but like celebrating on our own time and stuff, I just didn't, I don't know, just didn't feel like it was something that I was supposed to do. Don't get me wrong, like I feel like if you want to do it, go ahead, that's cool. But I don't know, I just didn't want to do it. So what we're gonna do is I got all dolled up and I bought this like cap, not the gown, just the cap, and then the little tassel that says 2024 on it. And I got it in black just because I feel like I wanted to differentiate from my undergrad photos because everything was in maroon, like that's my school color. And I just wanted to get it black to like tell the difference and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna go to like downtown Chandler and we're just gonna find cool spots to take cool photos. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm so glad that my friend is helping with this. And also she's one of those people that is also into like photography and like filming, and so she's like also getting like her toes wet, like she's also like navigating how to like work with people, work with clients and whatever. So I'm glad that, it's like a mutual beneficial thing. But I did promise her like a drink once we were there, because it is a help, like I could have hired a professional photographer to do this, but I was like, you know what, it'd be more fun with a homie. And also like, I don't know, like we could take pictures of each other, we can just walk around, get a drink, so it's gonna be very, very fun. Oh, okay. So something that I've been doing while I was in school and while I was working my two jobs is I kept a list of things that I wanted to do once I graduated. And it's not something extravagant. Okay, hear me out. I think everyone should do this. If you're in school right now, or you have like a project going on that's like in a certain amount of like time frame, I think everyone should do this. It's just a list that I have going on of little things that I need to do to take care of myself and to take care of like my stuff. So for example, like I knew that I didn't have time for all of these, so like I would just write them down whenever I think of it. And one of those things is getting a this is gonna sound silly. Getting a table for the balcony. So I I have 3 chairs and they're missing a table. It's just like literally like they're all facing each other right now. I can see it from my view. And that's something that I've been wanting to get, but I want to take my time and go to like Goodwills and like up north because there's a lot of good stuff over there because that's where the snowbirds are. And that's what I don't know if I'm gonna get to do that today, maybe like next week or like on Sunday, but that's like something that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't had time to do it. And the other thing on my list was repotting my plants. And I finally got around to doing that. And it was so satisfying because like I had plants that had like died out there and I had not had a chance to repot them because it takes a little bit of like labor, even though it's like I don't have a garden or anything. I live in an apartment complex and I live on the second floor, but it was still nice to like kind of clean up my area, and like the plants, one of them, I don't know, it just died out, but the other one, my cats kept like nibbling on it, so that's why I got rid of it. And yeah, so that's another thing that was on my list that I actually got taken care of already. Oh, and the other thing on my list is taking the cats to the vet. They don't have any like nothing's wrong with them, but like I like to have like the yearly or like a year and 6 months checkup for them, and they haven't gotten a checkup, even though I mean they're chilling. They just eat, poop, and sleep, which is that's good. That means they're healthy. The other thing on my list was getting new glasses, and I'm thinking of getting contacts because especially when I'm filming, I hate the glare that it gives off. And I hate that like when I do my makeup and I put on my glasses, it gets like my nose, you know what I'm talking about? Like my nose gets like smeared, like, and like all the makeup comes off because of my glasses, and it's really annoying. And I'm just like, I need a better system for this. But I've never had contacts. I tried them once, and they weren't a good prescription, I believe, and it was just like too much money to like do the whole thing again, and I just didn't want to, so I just like stuck with the glasses, you know. But yeah, that's something else that I want to do. Okay, the other thing on my mundane list of to-dos is getting rid of my gold. So I have like a few gold pieces that are either broken and they keep snapping because the gold is so delicate, or it's just like one earring and it's a gold earring, but I don't have the other pair for it. And that's something that I have to look into it. I don't even know where do you sell gold? Where do you go to sell gold? I know there's not a pot at the end of the rainbow that I can go to, but I could probably find a pawn shop, or a pawn shop's even a good idea. Are they a good idea? I don't know. Do they just rip you off? I don't know. I need to look into that as well. These are all very mundane again, but I don't know. I think it's important. It's like those little things that like you don't see, that don't get talked about on social media, the little like the errands, the tiny little errands that like they pile up, you know. And that's the thing about adulting that I didn't like expect, or I didn't even know was like a part of like being an adult. Like all these little things that just like they don't really matter, but they do matter if you have enough of them, you know what I mean? And like for example, cleaning out my hard drive. Who the fuck is cleaning out their hard drive? You know what I mean? Like it's not something like you actually think about, but like, you know, it's the details, you know. Details matter in all this. And yeah, that's my little list. That's my little catching up list that I have going on. It's gonna be so satisfying to actually get everything done on that list and just be like, okay, start over, but with a new list. But something that I've been thinking about too is like, and I don't know if this is like general population type of mindset. Maybe it's just the American mindset. I don't know. I need you guys to actually help me out with this one. I always have like a problem to fix. Like I'm always finding a new thing that I don't like about myself, that I don't like about my habits, that I don't like about my personality, that I feel like I need to be changing and fixing and altering. Does that make sense? And it's annoying. It's annoying because like, when is it ever going to be enough? Like when am I going to get to a place where I don't need to fix or change anything? And I was really thinking about this question because as I don't know, I always get into these like rabbit holes of like philosophies or questions. Like even though I'm not pulling an Emma Chamberlain here, you know, because she was getting dragged on the internet because she kept having all these internal existential questions and recording them on the podcast, and everyone was like, well, just go to school, bro, and like this is all they talk about, you know what I mean? I'm not pulling that because like I've studied some of these philosophies. I've studied, like, I mean, I was majoring in psychology for a good while. I'm still very much interested in psychology because it's just something that's always like piqued my interest, you know. But it's so interesting that like there's always something to fix. Like everyone's always running around trying to fix the next thing, trying to get better at the next thing. Like there's never like a point where it's like, I don't think I've ever met someone that has just been super content with what they have. And I will not lie, the people that I have met that are content, I wouldn't want to have their lives. So it really brings up a question, like, say like I want to see, like, is it possible anyone that is successful that is actually happy and content and not trying to solve another problem? Or like, is their mindset different? Like, is their mindset like, oh, maybe it's just about being content with what you have and growing with it and not like fixing it? Does that make sense? Like not necessarily fixing the thing, but like nurturing it and growing it. And I don't know, like these are the questions that I have in my head because I don't want to live my life like just like always like on stress alert. But okay, I know that being stressed is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, I have gone down this rabbit hole also of stress is only a bad thing, and your body only reacts to it as a bad thing if you believe that it's a bad thing. But if you believe that is something that is helping you, that is pushing you, that is driving you, that is keeping you awake, that's a good way to view stress, because then it doesn't, like, you don't get the heart attacks and the heart disease and like all this stuff, right? And there's a whole deep dive. There's a YouTube video that I definitely recommend. I will probably try to link it below if you're interested. But yeah, it's very interesting how you can just change your perception of that, and stress is no longer hurting you or like killing you, you know? It's really interesting. So that's what I'm like, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, is there a way to like view my quote unquote issues, problems, whatever that I don't like, that I want to change? But then I'm like, and then I'm changing everything. Then I'm, like, there's like things that about my reality that I'm not, I don't want them to be stagnant the way they are. I want them to evolve and grow and like be better. But like, is this ever changing being better healthy? Like, is it good for me? Because there are times like, yeah, like I don't want to be just content with where I am, but like, is there a way to like be happy with what you have, but also be growing with it and changing, or not, maybe not changing it, but evolving with it? Does that make sense? This episode is all over the place, but yeah, those are just some things that I've been thinking about, because again, I don't want to like hate my life. I don't think my life is horrible. I think I have a pretty good life, actually. I think I'm healthy. I think I'm young, and I think I just graduated, so that, yay, And I'm probably going to run into a lot of more of these questions now that I'm out of like the school routine, because now I'm going to have a lot more free time, and I'm excited for that. But I'm also like, yikes, like I'm going to have a lot more free time to just have existential questions maybe, or like figuring out what my career life looks like, what work-life balance looks like now, because like it's going to be different. It's going to be very different from what I was doing, but at the same time, maybe not that much. Maybe it'll just be the same, kind of yin yang, trying to balance it all. But yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also like, I have no idea what the future holds. Like, I have no idea. Like, if you would have asked me 5 years ago where I would be now, like, this is not what I had in mind. And what I mean by that is that I thought I'd be married. I thought maybe I had like a first kid on the way. And, I thought I'd be with the person that I was 5 years ago. So yeah, everything, like, you can plan for one thing, but the universe will just take you in a whole other direction. And it's crazy when I hear about people manifesting these things about their lives and stuff. And like, in a way, yes, I have manifested a lot of things that I have now that I really love, but also it looks so much different than what I expected. Like, it looks so much different than what I thought it would be. Like, yes, I have a room that I love, and I love my space. And like, this is exactly the beautiful Pinterest room that I would want, but it's not what like I had in mind. Does that make sense? Like, it just is not what I thought it would be. And it looks so much like, I don't know. And even with my love life, like, I expected this one thing, and then I have this other thing, and it's not a bad thing. It's still as good, but it's like, it's never what you like expect. Like, it's what I want, it's what I wanted, and like I'm accomplishing my goals, but they don't look the way I thought they were gonna look, because everything up here that I'm thinking about how things are gonna look, like it's my imagination, So it's interesting when people say like, I manifested exactly this. I'm like, really? Like, you expected this exact moment, this exact image with the exact people? Like, is that what you manifested? Because whenever I manifest something, yes, I'll get it, but it looks completely different than what I thought it would look like. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's just a rabbit hole. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I'm going to go do a little graduation photo shoot now. Wish me luck. I'll post pictures on Instagram, of course. That's my number one. That's where I post all my little pictures and stuff. But yeah, stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.